Okay, so picture this. You wake up one morning and something's just different. Your eyes aren't burning, your head isn't all fuzzy, and then you realize you haven't slept in over 24 hours, but you feel totally awake, completely refreshed. You might think, hey, maybe I've got a superpower, but you don't. What if this happened to everyone, all at once, across the entire planet? A world with no night, no rest. I mean, think about it. More time, more productivity. What's not to love, right? At first, it really does feel like a gift. Yeah. Well, turns out this gift is a Trojan horse, and what's hiding inside is a nightmare that nobody, and I mean nobody, can wake up from. So, how does humanity handle this insane, unprecedented change? Well, at first, it's exactly what you'd expect. One giant global party. The first day, man, what a day for the history books. A day of absolute celebration and wonder. People are going absolutely nuts. Social media just explodes with memes and jokes like, sleep is canceled forever. The big idea everyone's running with is that we've made the next great leap in human evolution. We've conquered sleep. Who even needs it? But underneath all that noise and all that excitement, something feels off. There's this strange, quiet heaviness in the air, a kind of silence where things should be loud. It's this unspoken feeling that everyone's trying to ignore, like the whole world is just waiting for the other shoe to drop. And that feeling, that quiet wrongness, yeah, it doesn't stay quiet for long. That universal high starts to wear off, and it gets replaced by something much more unsettling. So day 2 hits, and suddenly, the novelty is completely gone. The first subtle signs that something is deeply, deeply wrong start popping up everywhere. And at first, the symptoms are almost familiar. You know that thing where you walk into a room and totally forget why you're there? Well, now it's happening to everyone all the time. It's coupled with these sudden, explosive fits of anger over absolutely nothing. And then, at night, when people lie down just out of habit, the real fear starts. Faint whispers, phantom footsteps, a fleeting shape in the corner of your eye that's gone the second you turn on the light. By day 3, there's no brushing it off anymore. The strangeness is escalating, and it's becoming this constant shared experience. The world is just getting weird. And get this, it isn't just us. While we're all seeing this constant movement in our peripheral vision, feeling like we're always being watched, our animals are acting out too. Dogs are barking like crazy at empty walls. Birds are flying around in these confused, chaotic circles. It's almost like they can see what we can only feel, that something else woke up right along with us. Okay, this is the turning point. Subtle unease and strange feelings, that's one thing. But now, the mind starts to project its fears out into the real world. The hallucinations begin. 4 days. 4 straight days without sleep. And that thin little line between what's real and what's not, it's starting to rip apart. The brain is officially starting to fail. You're in a totally empty room, and you hear your name whispered, clear as day. You look in the mirror, and your reflection moves just a split second after you do. But the most terrifying part? The shadows. They start moving on their own, stretching into these impossible shapes, clinging to you like they're alive. Look, even the scientists are trying to calm everyone down, but you can see the terror in their eyes. The human mind just wasn't built for this. It's fracturing under the strain, and in those cracks, something else is finding its way through. Day 5, and now the invasion gets personal. Those whispers aren't at the edge of your hearing anymore. They're loud, they're clear, and they're right next to you. It's not just whispers anymore. The sensory hallucinations are completely overwhelming. People are hearing entire conversations in empty houses. They're feeling the phantom touch of a hand on their shoulder, hearing the sound of someone breathing right beside them in bed. Nobody trusts their own senses anymore. All right, we're in the endgame now. The nightmare that was inside your head, it's officially broken out. Reality for everyone, everywhere, is just dissolving. By the 6th day, the entire world is basically in a state of shared psychosis. Society itself is just breaking down under the weight of this collective waking nightmare. I'm talking people seeing things clear as day, eyes staring at them from the dark end of a hallway, fully formed silhouettes sitting at the foot of their beds, The hospitals are overflowing with terrified people, but the doctors, they're seeing the exact same things. The only response left is to hide. 7 days, 168 hours without a single moment of rest. Humanity has hit a wall, an absolute limit. The mind just can't take any more. And then, in the middle of all this chaos, a final, desperate broadcast goes out from what's left of the scientific community. They finally have an answer. And trust me, the truth is way scarier than any monster. So, here it is, the big reveal. It was never ghosts, never monsters, nothing supernatural. After 7 days without sleep, the brain's delicate reality filter, that little mechanism that separates our own thoughts and imagination from the outside world, it just breaks. Imagination and reality completely merge into one. People weren't being haunted by things from the outside. They were literally seeing their own deepest fears, their darkest thoughts, come to life right in front of them. And that's the terrifying punchline to this whole thing. We thought we'd evolved beyond sleep, but sleep was never our weakness. It was our shield. It was the guard that walked the walls of our sanity every single night, keeping the darkness that lives inside all of us locked away. And once that guard was gone, the gates were left wide open. It really leaves you with one final chilling question to think about the next time you close your eyes. You're not just resting your body, you are resetting your mind and locking the door. So, what nightmares are you keeping at bay?